I'm going to show you how to make a lot more money online over the next 30 days. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to have an entire strategy on my computer here that you'll just be able to screenshot this video and be able to implement it into your business. At the time of me recording this, it is almost Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you haven't gotten a Black Friday, Cyber Monday strategy ready to go yet, this is going to be super easy for you to implement. If you're watching this outside of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you can still implement this for different events or holidays throughout the year. And this isn't only for e-commerce businesses. If you sell anything online, this will work for you. I'm going to speak to e-commerce because that's what I know best, but take it with a grain of salt and apply it to your business no matter what it is. Now, if you're watching this as soon as it comes out and Black Friday, Cyber Monday is right around the corner, you cannot miss the month of November/December. You cannot miss those days. This is like the Super Bowl of e-commerce, of online sales. You need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy better than any other strategy that you've put together over this past year. From January 1 all the way to October, you should be just bringing in leads, bringing in fresh customers so you can capitalize on Q4, October, November, and December. All right, if you're new here and this is your very first time seeing me, my name is Devyn. I helped grow a supplement brand from zero all the way up to $50 million in less than 4 years. I've also been dabbling in other e-commerce ventures, from doing startups and growing them to 6 and 7 figures, buying e-commerce businesses, selling e-commerce businesses, and helping other e-commerce businesses implement marketing strategies so they can grow. Okay, let's talk Black Friday, Cyber Monday for just a second. Please know that you can take the strategy and implement it outside of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But there's something that we all get caught up in, and we think Black Friday, Cyber Monday needs to be this extravagant thing, and we do some crazy tiered discounts, do a crazy bundled offer and all this crazy. It doesn't need to be that. You just need to capitalize on the time. You just need to have a simple and effective and easy to implement strategy so you can capitalize on all of the hard work that you put in for Q1, Q2, and Q3. That's all you need to do for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I found this out back in 2023 when I worked with that supplement brand, and I had my biggest day ever in e-commerce, which was over $1 million. I think it was 1.2 something million dollars in a day of selling supplements, essentially, from implementing this strategy. And I can tell you, I've done many Black Friday and Cyber Mondays before then, and there were all this crazy stuff. This was the simplest by far, and this is the strategy that I'm going to go over with you right here on my computer that you'll be able to screenshot and implement into your own business at the end of this video. Okay, one thing that we need to get straight here is at the time of 2020 when the pandemic hit, e-commerce online sales skyrocketed, and it just traveled so much further than anybody ever expected. Now, it's not as crazy as it was back then. It has settled down a little bit, but it's still a lot further than the trajectory before the pandemic hit. So it's still extremely important that you're doing an online sale, event, promo, something along those lines during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because we're starting to build it into our nature as humans around that time. We're not rushing into stores and Walmart and ripping apart Best Buy in order to get the new gadgets and gizmos. We're thinking a lot smarter, not harder, and going online, jumping on our phones as soon as that turkey setting in after Thanksgiving dinner, jumping on our phones and looking for the deals. It's marketing built into our nature, and that's why we want to keep it simple, because everybody is going to be going about it this way, or majority of humans are going to be going about it this way, in the US at least. After Thanksgiving and on Black Friday, they're just naturally going to be looking for the deals. So we just want to make sure that we are there up front and center, ready to deliver on what they're looking for. With that being said, that also raises the competition when it comes to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So us as marketers, us as founders, us as business owners need to think a little bit smarter. That way we don't jump into a sea of competition on Black Friday. On Black Friday, you have the advantage of having just natural marketing taking place on that day, but you also have a lot of competition that you're going to be fighting with in order to get your deal in front of your ideal customer's face. So we want to make sure that we're thinking a little bit smarter than the average competitor in our space and doing things a little bit differently, and that's what I'm about to talk about here. Okay, so if we're doing things differently, that means we have to look at Black Friday and Cyber Monday and think, okay, our promotion, our event, our sale, whatever it might be, it's going to perform well on those days, but we can't rely on those days to do all the heavy lifting. We need to think outside the box. I know that's cliche, but we need to think outside that box of those days from Black Friday to Cyber Monday, and what can we do before, what can we do after, what can we do in between to help get in front of our customer's face and start getting in their subconscious to make sure that we are top of mind when those days actually hit. So that's why we want to start early. We want to go after Black Friday, Cyber Monday early. Now let me rewind back to 2023 when we did this. What we ended up doing, and don't worry, I'm going to walk through all of this and I'm going to build it live with you, is we went after November 1st all the way up to the week or 2 weeks before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and we were promoting and we were saying, get on our early Black Friday, Cyber Monday list. That way you can shop our biggest discounts and shop before anybody else. That way you don't miss out on your favorites of risking of they running out of stock. We have limited inventory. You use that urgency, you use that scarcity to build an early bird list. Essentially, what you're doing is you're getting your audience, and even cold audience members sign up for this. You're getting them to make a micro commitment and put it in their subconscious and say, I'm going to show up for this event early and do my Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping. This absolutely crushes it because you're getting a micro commitment from your potential customer and you're top of mind now. Once they put that email in or once they sign up, now you can be in their inbox every day, every other day, every few days, reminding them like, hey, we're doing Black Friday, Cyber Monday early, don't forget. And now all of the other offers that might be hitting them are more likely to bounce off because they're just thinking about, I made this commitment to this brand, I'm going to see that through. It's a micro commitment. They don't owe you their lives or anything like that, but it's a step in the right direction. And that's what we want to help beat our competitors early on before Black Friday, Cyber Monday even begins. I was flipping over my notepad here and my fiance wrote me a little note. Love that. Okay, back to it. So when we start early, we have two huge opportunities to capitalize on the season. When we start early, we can do an early Black Friday, Cyber Monday a week or 2 weeks before Black Friday, Cyber Monday even starts, and we got all those people to say they're going to show up, and then you'll have a huge day. This was my biggest day back in 2023. This is where we did $1.2 million in a day. It's because we gathered all those people, got them hype, and then we launched early on that day. So they thought they're getting a one-up on their Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping, which they were, and that skyrocketed that day. But something really interesting happened. Because we started that sale early, we had a bunch of early adopters. And then when we got to Black Friday did its magic. Everybody's looking for those deals anyways. We had another big spike. It was not 1.2 million. I think it was maybe 500 or 750,000 that day. But it was still a huge day. We still had another large spike because of the natural effect of just Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and that built-in marketing within nature now. All right, so you're starting to understand the concept and the point here. We want to do Black Friday, Cyber Monday early. We want to build an early bird list. We want to get people going. The actual aspects of the sale, the 50% off, the tier discounts, all that doesn't really matter. You want to keep it as simple as possible. Just make it easy for somebody to shop and give you their money. This is what I want to emphasize, so I'm not going to speak to that here. Whatever you can do to make it just an amazing offer without going overboard, do that. If you do normally 10% off sales throughout the year, do 15, do 20%. If I wouldn't suggest like dropping the bottom out and going 50% off, that's not the way to go. People are going to it looks bad, you don't want to go that far, but you want to give them something that is just more than you're used to giving, and that might be a slightly higher discount, or that might have like some new products involved. You might be involving a giveaway or something along those lines. Just be careful not to get too complicated. Keep it simple. As Michael Scott said, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So let's jump to my computer. I'm going to walk through the details of everything. I'm going to go over an overview, and then we're going to start plugging some stuff in. And I'm just going to go through my methodology of plugging some stuff in. We've already built this for a couple of our clients at the moment, and so it kind of comes natural. And so I'll just speak to my methodology, and just know that you can move stuff around and reorganize to what makes sense for your brand. So you can look at my methodology, take it and tweak it for your brand, and it will still work just as well. All right, so here we are at my computer. I know it says 2023 up at the top. I recorded a video a while back. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, where I did kind of a Black Friday, Cyber Monday breakdown. It wasn't as in depth as this one, but it still goes over some similar things. So this is a very simple spreadsheet with a calendar built into it. I don't think, if you want this, just comment down below this video and I'll create it so that way you can download it. But honestly, by the time we're done here, you can really just screenshot my video. That way it just keeps it simple for everybody. I don't need to capture your email or anything like that. Okay. So this is November and December 2024, the time I'm recording this. Just know the strategy, it's evergreen. You can apply this to freaking March or 2027 or whenever you're watching this. This is an evergreen strategy, essentially. So let's go over the overview. So November 1, we're starting our promotion. We're just building our early bird list. And what we're talking about here is, hey, we're doing Black Friday, Cyber Monday early. If you want to get in on this, drop your email in, give them a free gift or something along those lines. It might be a PDF or something. Jump on our list, get registered. You're going to be the very first to shop, and you're not going to risk anything going out of stock because you're going to be shopping early and you're going to beat the rush. And that's what we're talking about, the 1st, the 2nd, all the way through the 13th. Don't worry, I'm going to start laying in these keys after I give the overview real quick. And then we launch early bird day. So to all these registrants, we're essentially sending to like our main list. So people that don't register see we're doing this, but they might not just want to put in their email, or they're just heavy procrastinators, right? A lot of things in marketing is you got early adopters, you got the majority, and then you've got procrastinators. It's like a bell curve, essentially. It might look a little bit funky because I've found that procrastinators are very, very high up there. Essentially, what we're doing is we're getting a bunch of people to make micro commitments, and for that micro commitment, we launch it a day early. So everybody that registered for this list, we say, hey, we're giving you 24 hours early access because you registered. Hurry, go do your shopping right now. This was the biggest day for us. This was the absolute biggest day for us. And it was because we built all that micro commitment and launched on that day. They had early access. We used urgency, we used scarcity to get them to make a commitment and place their order right then that day. Then on the 15th, we open the sale early to everybody. So it's almost like a bonus. Like a lot of these people, they're seeing these emails go out, and they're even though they might not be registering for early bird, they see it. It's in their subconscious. They know we're doing something early. So we have our early bird day, and then we go back and message everybody outside of our early bird registration list, so our entire list, and say, hey, we're doing Black Friday, Cyber Monday early. Come do your shopping now. So we run that from the 15th, 16th, 17th, all the way through, because Black Friday this year is on the 29th, all the way through the 28th here on Thanksgiving. And then amazing thing happens. The 29th, you just send a couple of emails, and this will end up being one of your biggest days. It's because it's built in our nature now, especially here in the US, of just on Black Friday, we shop. That's what we do. And then Black Friday weekend, we shop. That's what we do. And so you're going to have a huge influx on this day naturally because of I'm just calling it natural marketing at this point. So that's why we want to start early, because you're going to have a huge day here, but this day should honestly be your biggest, because you're building all the hype here, getting people through the door, launching early. And look at this runway before you even have to butt up against your competition. Right? So you do 29th, 30th, 1st, and then Cyber Monday hits. You can switch the angle a little bit. Once again, these days, this is what people are looking for. So it's just naturally going to be a big day. Keep your Cyber Monday sale going, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Close it out on the 6th. Prepare for holiday season, or I guess Christmas sale, essentially. We won't talk about that here. I just want to talk about the strategy right now. Important thing to note is on these days, we've got early bird, we've got early, we've got Black Friday, we've got Cyber Monday. We're not switching the offer at all. We're keeping it simple. We're just using different angles. So if we have multiple tools in the tool shed, is what I call it. And imagine you have a tool shed, you got a hammer in there, you got a saw, you got a screwdriver. what we're going to be doing is we've got maybe that hammer is 25% off all individual products. Maybe that saw is 35% off their first subscription. Maybe that, what did I say, screwdriver is 50% off a bundle, right? Those are all tools within our tool shed. So throughout this sale, we want to use those different tools as angles in that messaging, right? Because just because somebody gets your email where you're talking about 25% off or all of them doesn't mean they're actually going to read it. So if you use a different angle on the 29th, for example, say all through here you're talking about 25% off, and now you're talking about the 35% off subscriptions, it might pique their interest because they haven't heard you say that before, even though you've been doing that the entire time, right? And then you might go, hey, 50% off bundle. It piques their interest, even though you've been doing it the entire time. They haven't seen it, because don't expect somebody to open every one of your emails, okay? All right, so let's go back to the top here and kind of fill this in with the key up here of what kind of I would do from kind of like a methodology and sending perspective. So definitely on that first day, I'm going email in the morning, email in the afternoon. I'm dropping a text message in the afternoon there. I'm doing a push notification in the afternoon. And then I'm going to need some extra space here because I'm going bonkers. The reason I'm doing this, I'm not just having fun right now. The reason I'm doing this is because I want everybody to hear out of the gates, like when we launch it. And then I just give it some time to breathe, and then I just drop into a normal cadence. So I might do something like this, and I'm going to fill in kind of just a normal cadence here, just every other day. And this kind of comes naturally to me at this point. But let's do SMS PM here, and then I might do push notifications on the weekend here. And I'll usually move this around and see what makes the most sense. The most important piece is that on the very first day, I'm blasting communication. And on the very last day, I'm blasting communication. Okay, so that's the most important piece. And then I'm just staying in their inbox every other day, every couple of days. Just drop another row down right here, just to make sure that I'm still top of mind, and that they don't lose sight of what's about to go down here. So I might do another email here in the AM. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing here, with the only caveat being on a launch of any kind of sale day. What I end up doing is sending 3 emails. Woo, gosh, having some issues with Excel here. I'm sending 3 emails, 1 in the morning, 2 in the PM. There we go. SMS, push notifications. Let's see. And then I'm also going to have a social post on that day. Actually, sorry, that's early bird day, so I wouldn't be doing that. So all those people on my list, I'm emailing them in the morning. I'm emailing them mid-afternoon. I'm emailing them in the evening. They're getting a text message in the afternoon, evening time. They're getting a push notification. All those people that registered for my list, they're getting that communication throughout that day. So the important thing to note here, I know I just threw a bunch of stuff on the spreadsheet, and really the point is that at the beginning, at the end is where you want to do majority of your communication, because early adopters and procrastinators, those are going to be the 2 highest people. And then out throughout the middle here, this is really subjective. It just matters like how much you talk to your list. You don't want to over communicate and end up putting your deliverability at risk or anything like that. But you just want to stay top of mind is the point here. So going through the rest of this, I'll just stick to the important dates here just to save time, and just know that everything in between is subjective, okay? But the important thing to note is that on the 14th, on the early bird day, I'm just emailing that early bird list once in the morning, mid-afternoon, evening. I'm giving them a text message, a push notification, no social posts. I misspoke there. No social posts that day because it's like exclusive to that early bird list. Then it's the same thing here. Yes, same exact thing, with the only caveat being I need to drop down one more row and drop in social posts, because now we're launching it early to everybody on this day, right? Now it's really just staying top of mind. So I just blasted this early bird list and my full list this day on the 15th. I want to go quiet Saturday. Give everybody a little bit of time to breathe. I might drop maybe a dedicated email in the PM on a Sunday here just to stay top of mind there. And then I'm definitely going Monday morning. And then I'm probably dropping in an SMS the following day. And then dedicated email in the morning here. And then I'll probably sprinkle in some push notifications um, in the on the days where I just do SMS. So I might even do that up here too. I'm just giving you kind of an idea before I jump to going after just those specific days. Okay. So I might do something like that just to give you a little bit more context. Okay. So I'm going to follow that kind of rhythm all throughout this. Then right here, this is where it gets really important. Thanksgiving on this Thursday, I want to hit everybody post-turkey. Post-turkey. Immediately hit their phone so they can start shopping. I want to hit them with a dedicated email in the PM, dedicated SMS in the PM, a dedicated push notification in the PM. And if you're you're like a more fun brand and you're really engaged with your audience, I'd send them an email in the morning as well. This is definitely what we did, just to say like Thanksgiving, like Happy Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff. Insert one row above, and you might send one here. But then you follow the same cadence, guys. It's right here. Just hit this, bam. Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale opens. Now here, I'd probably want to stay top of mind 30th first, and then right here, I'll dial it down a little bit for Cyber Monday, with the exception of the social post. Instead of doing, oops, I don't know why I got, oh yeah, I did have 3 emails there. Instead of doing 3 emails, I might just do 2, delete that row, AM, PM, SMS, push, social post. And then I'm going to run this all the way through here. And then I'm going to send another 3 emails, this cadence right here at the end, right? So everywhere I don't have anything on my screen at the moment is really just subjective. Just fill it in. The important things I want you to know are 6, the 2nd here, 29th, 28th, where's our launch, early bird and early sale. And then we've got the beginning of building our early bird list and the end of building our early bird list. Those are the important days to note, is because, let me speak about this a little bit further rather than just giving you, this is what I do. On these days, you just want to make sure that you're top of inbox. You spent all this time building this list. You just want to make sure you're top of inbox. Then on the 29th and the 28th, a different angle is now you've got every competitor in the book in your customer's inbox. You need to send a lot more during this time. And if you were going to blow out your deliverability anytime throughout the year, blow it out here. Work it down. If you usually have a really high deliverability, it's okay. Bring it down a little bit. Rebuild it in December or January or February. But here you need to capitalize. You need to beat all of your competitors in order to create an amazing Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So here's everything right here. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you want. All right, and that's the strategy right there. I know I went through it kind of loosey-goosey, and that's on purpose because a lot of this communication strategy is subjective to your brand. The important thing I want you to know is the overarching strategy. You're building an early bird list. You're launching your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale 1 week or 2 weeks earlier than everybody else. You're keeping your actual sale component or your promotion very, very, very simple and just giving people what they want. And you're hitting them more communication than normal on those key dates to make sure that you are at the top of the inbox, not your competitor. That's what I want you to hear. So I want you to take this very loosely and start plugging in those gaps of what makes sense for your brand, but pay close attention to those key dates and that key strategy that I went over in order to maximize what you actually do for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. All right, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Go check out more videos on the channel. Leave a comment if you want me to go deeper into something in the future. As of right now, I'm gonna be done recording videos for 2024. This is my favorite time of the year, and there's a lot of other stuff moving, so I'm gonna spend the time focusing on that. I'll be back in 2025. Go implement the strategy, go have some fun. Let me know what I can start teeing up for you for 2025, and I'll start recording those videos, get them all scheduled so they're ready to go.